What's going on, guys? This is the story everyone's talking about, the headline that confirmed what many already suspected about the Caitlin Clark effect. You've seen the news, the social media buzz. In just her second season, Caitlin Clark has been officially named a team captain for the 2025 WNBA All-Star Game. An incredible honor happening right in her hometown of Indianapolis. It's a testament to her star power and the millions of new fans she's brought to the league. On the surface, it looks like a huge win, a sign that the WNBA is embracing its new megastar. But that's just the surface. That's the easy headline. Other channels are happy to run with. We're not like other channels, we dig deeper. Because what if I told you that behind this celebration lies a story of shocking disrespect, even betrayal? What if I told you that the very players who share the court with Caitlin, the ones benefiting from sold-out arenas, chartered flights thanks to her presence, just sent her the clearest message possible? And it's not a message of respect. It's a message of humiliation. When you look beyond the headline and into the official All-Star voting numbers, a very different, much darker truth begins to emerge. And tonight, we're breaking it all down, what really happened, how Caitlin Clark is reacting, and why this moment matters more than anyone is willing to admit. Let's dive into the hard data, because the numbers don't lie. The WNBA All-Star voting process is divided into three groups: the fans, the media, and the players themselves, with each group's vote contributing a specific percentage to the final results. Let's begin with the fans. This is where the Caitlin Clark effect becomes undeniably powerful. She didn't just receive a high number of votes. She absolutely shattered the all-time record with nearly 1.3 million fan votes. It was a complete landslide. The fans, the ones who buy tickets, watch the games, and are fueling this new era of the WNBA, voted her as the #1 guard, no questions asked. Next comes the media vote. These are the analysts and journalists whose job is to watch every game and assess players based on performance, not hype. Despite some ups and downs this season, Caitlin was ranked by the media as the third best guard in the entire league, an elite ranking that reflects her undeniable impact. But then, we get to the player vote, and this is where the story takes a dark turn. The players, her fellow competitors, voted her as the 9th best guard in the WNBA. 9th. Let that sink in. #1 with fans, #3 with experts. But 9th with the very people who benefit from her presence on the court. That wasn't a coincidence, it was a message. Now, you might think, okay, maybe that's just one interpretation, but we're not the only ones who saw those numbers and immediately sensed something was seriously wrong. Breakdown was released. Some of the most respected voices in the sports world spoke out, and they didn't hold back. Let's start with a certified legend, ESPN's Dick Vitale. He's seen it all in his long career, and when he saw the numbers, he didn't mince words. He publicly called it, quoting him directly, absolutely pure jealousy. According to Vitale, there's no other explanation for why WNBA players would rank Caitlin Clark as the 9th best guard. He firmly believes that one day those same players will realize just how much she's done for all of them and the league as a whole, and he's not alone. You've likely seen the viral clip. NBA icon and analyst Charles Barkley has been vocal about this for over a year. He famously stared into the camera and called WNBA players petty for the way they've treated Caitlin Clark. His words were crystal clear. Y'all should be thanking that girl for getting y'all private charters, all the money and the visibility she brings into the WNBA. When two of the most influential figures in basketball, Vitale and Barkley, are both saying the same thing, they're confirming what millions of us can see with our own eyes. This isn't about on-court performance. This is personal. It is about jealousy. And while critics and longtime league loyalists may try to argue otherwise, the truth is becoming impossible to ignore. Some will argue this is strictly about performance. They'll say the players see Caitlin Clark's flaws up close and voted accordingly. And to be fair, we do need to acknowledge the reality of her season. Caitlin's sophomore campaign hasn't been flawless. She's faced adversity. She endured a brutal shooting slump, reportedly missing 22 of her last 23 three-point attempts. A tough stretch for any player, especially one under such a spotlight. Her turnover rate is also a valid concern. She's averaging 5.9 turnovers per game, the highest in the entire WNBA, and nearly double that of the next closest player. So yes, she's had on-court struggles. No one's denying that. But do those struggles justify her peers ranking her 9th among guards? Not even close. The proof is in the voting numbers we've already discussed. The media, who also saw those same stats, the same slump, the same turnovers, still ranked her as the 3rd best guard in the league. Why? Because they see the full picture, her assists, her floor spacing, gravity, and the winning plays she brings night after night. The players saw that same picture and still ranked her 9th. That's not about performance, that's personal. And to understand what's really going on, you have to recognize that this all-star snub isn't an isolated incident. It's part of a much bigger pattern of tension that seems to follow the Caitlin Clark effect wherever she goes. And that tension isn't just coming from outside, it's happening inside the Indiana Fever's own locker room. For proof, look no further than the recent messy situation involving veteran player Dana Bonner. Bonner was a high-profile free agent signing, expected to be a major contributor to the Fever's rising core. But her time in Indiana was, frankly, a disaster, short-lived, rocky, and ending abruptly when the team waived her. So what went wrong? According to reports, the fit was poor from the start. The core issue Bonner was reportedly unhappy with. Being moved to a bench role, a shift made necessary as the team began building its entire system around Caitlin Clark. Things got so bad that she allegedly requested a trade and made it clear she had no desire to return. Think about that. A respected veteran joins a team and walks away in frustration because she couldn't accept her reduced role in the Clark-led era. It's a clear example of the internal friction that can arise when a franchise commits fully to a generational talent. It strongly suggests that the resentment seen in the All-Star vote may just be the visible tip of a much deeper, league-wide struggle to adjust to the new reality Caitlin Clark is creating. But to fully grasp what's going on, we have to go even deeper, because there's an unspoken truth here. An elephant in the room that can't be ignored. The truth is, you can't talk about player jealousy in the WNBA without acknowledging the complex and sensitive realities of race and privilege within the league. Let's be honest, Caitlin Clark is a white superstar in a league that is approximately 70% black. That fact has shaped the conversation in powerful ways. Some fans and media outlets have painted the league's established black players as mean girls, or haters, suggesting they're simply jealous of the unprecedented spotlight being given to a white player. But that's only one side of a much more complicated issue. This situation has also reignited important and long overdue conversations about how black WNBA stars have been historically undermarketed and given unequal media attention for decades. And this isn't just speculation, players themselves have spoken out. Take Las Vegas Aces star Kelsey Plum, who is white. She has openly acknowledged that she received preferential treatment early in her career because she was straight and white, calling it absolutely a problem in our league. With that context, the All-Star player vote becomes more than just a snub, it becomes a cultural flashpoint. It sits at the intersection of sports, race, media, and long-standing frustration. The disrespect is real, but so are the deeper issues driving it. We finally got an update on Caitlin Clark, and it's a big one. She's been noticeably absent from the spotlight over the last couple of games, so hearing her speak to the media is a major moment. Earlier today, it was officially announced that she'd serve as a captain for the 2025 WNBA All-Star Game in honor, backed by a staggering 1.2 million fan votes. That number alone is legendary. Both Caitlin and head coach Stephanie White addressed the media, so let's break it down. During shoot-around footage, Caitlin looked composed and focused. And when she spoke, everything sounded pretty standard on the surface. When asked about being named captain, she called it a cool honor. When asked if she'd draft her teammates, she said, "Obviously, I'm going to try to get my teammates on my team. Why wouldn't I?" Calm, professional, and poised. But with the context of her peers ranking her 9th in the player vote, this wasn't just a press conference, it was a masterclass in leadership. She didn't take the bait. She didn't address the controversy or fuel any drama. Instead, she focused on the honor, her city, and supporting her teammates. While others stooped to pettiness, she rose above it. And that in itself made the disrespect look even smaller. Her silence wasn't weakness, it was strength. A quiet, commanding message louder than any angry quote could ever be. So where does that leave us? This all-star vote, this shocking betrayal, is about much more than a ranking or a list of names. It's a snapshot of a league standing at a historic crossroads. The WNBA is currently facing a profound paradox. Its single greatest asset for growth, Caitlin Clark, is also at the center of its most complex cultural challenge. On one hand, the Clark effect is fueling record-breaking success and unprecedented television ratings, sold-out arenas in every city, and the groundbreaking implementation of chartered flights for all teams. That growth is expected to directly shape the next collective bargaining agreement, potentially leading to significantly higher salaries for every player. But on the other hand, there's a visible and growing resistance from veteran players. A resistance made crystal clear by the 9th place ranking in the player vote. This tension could become a long-term cultural fault line within the WNBA. The future of the league may very well depend on how it balances promoting a once-in-a-generation superstar without alienating the very veterans who laid its foundation. Every decision from marketing to officiating is now under scrutiny through this deeply layered lens. This is no longer just a sports debate. It's a battle for the identity and soul of the WNBA, and we're watching it unfold in real time. But that's our take now. We want to hear yours. Drop a comment below. Was Caitlin Clark's All-Star ranking a fair reflection of her performance? Or as Dick Vitale said, was it pure jealousy? And if you value real analysis that goes beyond surface-level headlines, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Lastly, if you know someone who needs to understand the real story behind this controversy, share this video with them. The truth deserves to be heard.